The aftermarket Vortec cylinder heads, over the years there have been an awful lot of copies of the Chevrolet Vortec cylinder head. Now most of them come from overseas and they're just kind of plain ugly. There are a few of them on the market now that have kind of withstood the test of time, and one of them is the Engine Quest CH350C head. Good solid cylinder head from a mechanical standpoint. And that's the head that we would recommend if you want to go with an aftermarket cylinder head, if your rules do allow you to run that. Some of the advantages of this particular head is it looks similar to the Chevrolet head on the outside. Like I say, it's a copy of the Chevrolet cylinder head. And it does come machined for screw and studs. It costs a little bit less than the Chevrolet head. Of course, Chevrolet's pretty proud of their stuff. So you can get into a set of these heads a little bit more reasonably. The intake port is a little bit bigger than a regular Chevrolet Vortec cylinder head. Sometimes that's an advantage, and that could be a disadvantage in some applications where you're running a heavy car with limited compression, two-barrel, and maybe some other limitations. Some of the disadvantages of this particular head is, although it is machined for screw and studs, if you're going to run guide plates, you have to machine 100 thousandths off of the rocker pedestals, otherwise your rocker arm geometry is going to be all messed up. And the other disadvantage is it's a little bit heavier than the Chevrolet production Vortec cylinder head. Surfacing wise, so the Chevrolet Vortec head, we can surface it pretty aggressively down into the low to middle 50s. This head is a little bit limited as far as what you can surface them because of the spark plug cooling area. So from a mechanical standpoint, this head will work very well. You'll have it for a long time. You'll be giving it to your grandkids because they don't crack like most of the other aftermarket cylinder heads. And if you're able to run them, if your engine combination will handle the little bit extra volume, I'd recommend going with them. In the next video, we'll talk about the performance aspects and what we do to enhance the performance and the reliability and durability of this particular head in a racing application.